It is better to die in your originality than to die in your copy. No one blames you for trying your best, but blames go to those who try copying someone. Often and often, I have seen people who live their life copying someone. And one of the most regrets people have in life is not living their potentials. Then the question is, how will you then live your potential if you don't know what is your potential? In today's episode, I want to share with you two things that will help you to identify the purpose for your living. May I tell you that everyone created under the surface of this earth have a purpose. It doesn't matter what you believe at, whether you believe at God, universe, anything. There is a purpose for you on this earth. But how will you know those purpose? Grab your pen, grab your paper, and let's look at these two important ways, tips that will help you to know the purpose for your life. Number one, passion. For you to know the purpose of your life, you don't need arithmetics. You don't need some chemical formula. You don't need to be copying people. All you need to know is what is your passion. Or perhaps you may be asking, Madam, how did I know what is my passion? If you don't know what is your passion, I want you to look at this question, answer it sincerely. That will help you to know what is your passion. Number one, ask yourself, what can I do effortlessly? May I tell you that everyone created on this universe, there are things that you can do effortlessly. There are things that you can do that I cannot do. There are things that you can do so easily that it takes someone energy, time, resources, money to learn how to do it. But for you, you do it effortlessly. So always ask yourself, what can I do effortlessly? Number two, ask yourself, what are those things that people compliment me about? May I tell you, there are things that people compliment us about. Maybe you draw something, you paint something, you give an art, you sing, you write, and people are like, wow, this is wonderful. See how you do this. I love this. They applaud you, they appreciate you, they compliment you. These are your passions. Also ask yourself, what can I do happily without being paid? Personally, for example, I love teaching. I can teach from hours to hours to hours to hours without being paid, without complaint. So ask yourself, what can I do happily without being paid, without complaint? Another thing you need to ask yourself when it comes to this passion is, what do I love doing? Personally, I love to teach. I love to bake. I love to plait hair. So, knowing what you love to do will help you to know what is your passion. Perhaps, my YouTube friends, if you ask yourself these questions and you still not clear, you still doubt what is your passion, I want to encourage you to read more books. The more books you read, the more things you know. If you look at this my video here, I talk about how I read 15 to 20 books in a year. I want to encourage you to look at this video to learn how you can read so many books in a year. Reading will help you to know yourself very well. Again, I want to encourage you to attend conferences. The more conference you attend, the more network, the more thing you hear, the more things you will know. That will help you to know what is your passion. Also, I want to encourage you to do some volunteer works. Yes, this one helped me a lot in identifying my passion for life. Because sometimes you may not know you have these skills, you may not know you know these things until you volunteer. Look within your community, look within the society, the nation, within your territory, your arenas, and see what you can volunteer. When you volunteer, may I tell you, there are so many things you will learn in volunteer, and there are things that will let you know that you are not good at these things. That will help you to know that this is not my passion. And finally, when it comes to knowing your passion, I want to also encourage you to try new things. Don't die in your comfort zone. Don't be comfortable in your comfort zone. Don't be comfortable with where you are. Always challenge yourself to try new things, because the more new things you try, the more exposure you will gain. The more new things you try, the more things you will know that is your passion. The more things you will know that there are your skills. Number 2, the second thing that will help you to identify your purpose, your calling for life, is your pain. May I tell you, when it comes to pain, many people neglect it because it seems not connected to their purpose for life. In today's episode, I want to tell you that your pain connected to your passion. Question might be, how did my pain connected to my passion? Always ask yourself, what troubles me? There are some people, when they see orphanage, when they see widows, when they see less privilege, it troubles them so much. But there are some people, when they see those people, they will not even notice them. They will neglect them. They will abandon them. Knowing those things that troubles you is another way to know that it's your passion. What are the things that give you sleepless nights? There are some people, when they hear about child trafficking, sex abuse, they are so troubled. And also, there are some people, when they hear it, they don't show concern. Your pain connects you to your purpose for life. Also, always ask yourself, what did I have, what did I know that I can use to bring solution within my community? Knowing these things will help you to identify your purpose, your calling for life. You don't need to jump from one person to the another person. You don't need arithmetics or chemical formula to understand your purpose and your calling for life. All you need to do is look within. Ask yourself these questions and look within your territory. Know what they need and see if you can answer, you can be a solution to their problem. This will help you to know your purpose and your calling for life. Thank you so much, my YouTube friends. I hope that this provided you with clear answer to your questions. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share your takeaway, and I will see you in another episode.